The Fox 61 News at 10 starts now.
Breaking news out of Meriden tonight. Police are investigating a shooting on Cook Avenue. Our crew is working to gather details, and coming up, we'll check in with them live on what they've learned. But first, bitter cold temperatures will settle in this week. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. Wind chills will make it feel near or even below zero. Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank is here with the first check of the forecast. Rachel, we're already feeling the cold.
Yeah, and this is going to be for tonight, tomorrow morning, and Wednesday morning that we'll see those wind chills approach and even go below zero. So we just wanted to give you a heads up because maybe you're trying to plan for the week ahead. You got to do some work outside. Maybe you want to put it off a little bit and grab the extra layers out of the back of the closet that we haven't needed for a little while. Here's a look at the radar, and there are some patchy clouds out there along with some flurries or light snow in parts of the state. Don't worry, not any accumulation out there. And these clouds should be out of here after midnight, which is good news because some of you have already seen the northern lights in Connecticut tonight, which we'll talk more about in just a bit. Right now, though, temperatures are highly variable, 17 in Windham, but 34 for the New Haven area. But it's the wind that we're watching because once you get those gusts up around 30, 35 miles per hour, it can really add a wind chill factor. So again, this is what the wind chills look like 7, 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Actual temperatures will be falling back into the teens and highs will be in the 20s, but it will really feel like the teens when you factor in the breeze as we head through the afternoon tomorrow. Heading into Wednesday morning, overnight lows single digits. That's not even the wind chill. The actual temperature will be in the single digits, and then we rebound, but not for long. The cold settles back in again, maybe even worse heading into the weekend. We'll talk about it. Your full forecast is coming up.
All right, Rach, thank you. Well, by now, most people have probably already finished their storm cleanup, but if you haven't, you should grab that shovel and get out as early as you can.
Yeah, Fox 61's Kate Pattyfoot spoke with a local contractor on the importance of snow removal and how tariffs are actually impacting some parts.
This is the best time of year for people who remove snow, but when it comes to back-to-back snow, that can become a challenge.
Everybody wants to be everywhere right now, and of course, everybody wants to be first.
Matthew Beaupre has been clearing snow since he was 7 and is now the owner of Connecticut Property Maintenance Pro LLC. He removes snow anywhere and says the method is all the same.
I'll shovel off all my sidewalks. I'll put everything out at least 2 feet out from the curb so we have too much runoff going back onto the sidewalks. After that, we usually always go back over a few times to try to scrape up anything that's left.
Beaupre says tariffs have impacted the cost of supplies he uses.
Especially on the shipping cost. Parts for everything are up. Snowplow parts are up. For 1 quart of fluid for the plow is almost $20. So, I mean, if you have a leak in the middle of the night, nobody's open for us. They know it's going to snow, but they're never open. So during the events, you got to have everything prepared, especially if you're a homeowner. If you don't have salt and stuff on hand, it's probably good to have some.
When it comes to snow removal at your home, he says the quickest you can clear your sidewalks, the better.
Get out there and get the walkways cleared for those people. That'd be absolutely amazing, and it would actually help all of us because we find them wandering in the streets, avoiding the sidewalks with the trucks in the road, so.
Some things to consider this winter season is shoveling multiple times so that you're not lifting heavy and making sure that your sidewalk is cleared within a timely manner. In Vernon, Kate Pattyfoot, Fox 61.
And a reminder in these bitter cold temperatures, if you have to use a space heater, make sure you know how to use it safely. Small space heaters should not be placed near curtains or flammable materials. And according to the state's Heating Help website, you should turn the space heater off when you go to bed. Other important tips here: put that space heater on a level surface so it can't be knocked over. Make sure your space heater has safety features like an automatic shutoff or tip over switch. And also keep children and pets away from the heater, and always plug it in directly into a wall outlet. Never use it with an extension cord.
And we will keep you up to date on this weather impact alert on our free Fox 61 News app. We have 211 resources on there as well. Just scan the QR code on your screen and download the Fox 61 News app. We continue to follow breaking news in Meriden. Cook Avenue is back open after police spent most of the day there investigating a shooting.
Fox 61's Valerie Moravi has been gathering information over the last several hours. She joins us live outside the police station. So Valerie, what can you tell us?
Yeah, well, information is limited right now, but we do know the shooting happened around noon on Cook Avenue, just about a mile from here. And we know police were on the scene investigating for about 8 hours. Now, we also spoke to several neighbors off camera, and they told us they heard a loud noise, but they didn't know what it was. And other people we talked to said they didn't hear anything. And as you can see in this video, police wrapped up the investigation around 8 p.m. tonight, and you can see there was a crime scene tape up for most of the day. Cook Avenue was blocked off, as well as Summer and Winthrop Street. We also saw the K-9 unit and the Meriden crime scene unit collecting evidence while they were also out there. Now, later after that, we saw candles being placed over the bridge between Summer and Meriden Streets. We saw several people approaching the area around 8 p.m. Now, they said there were family members of a person they say died in the shooting, and they say they were grieving. But police have not said whether a person died or was even hurt in this shooting. We also reached out to confirm what these people holding the vigil told us, but we have yet to hear back. We'll keep you updated as we gather more. For now, live in Meriden, Valerie Moravi, Fox 61.
Granby fire officials are investigating the cause of a house fire that broke out this morning. First responders got there around 7:30 and found a large fire. Officials say a man and his 2 dogs were trapped on the front porch, but they were able to be safely rescued. Thankfully, no one was hurt. And an update out of Willimantic. One person is now in critical condition with serious burns after an apartment fire. Firefighters say 6 people are unable to go home tonight. The Armory Apartments caught fire just before 10 last night. Firefighters say it spread quickly. People who lived in the other 24 apartments were allowed to go back home. Meanwhile, the investigation is still ongoing.
Fire crews responded to a daycare in Southington today for a reported propane leak. It happened this afternoon at the Stork Club daycare on West Street. We know the Southington Fire Department worked to contain the leak, and all of the children are safe. We're told the children were able to go back inside once everything was fixed. Many people in Hartford gathered at the Capitol today for the annual Keeping the Dream Alive program. It was put on by the Connecticut Martin Luther King Jr. Holiday Commission. The commission was established in 1987 to ensure the commemoration of the birthday of Dr. King in our state is meaningful and reflective of the spirit with which he lived and the struggles for which he died. Many state leaders, like Secretary of the State Stephanie Thomas, were in attendance. Thomas said Dr. King reminded us that we must accept finite disappointment but never lose infinite hope, and she believes those words are important, especially today.
See every day in this house, the people's house, that progress is not automatic. It requires participation, it requires vigilance, and it requires hope. Teachers helping young people understand their power.
There were many performances, such as singing and kids stepping in the National Black Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing.